Hello, everybody. Hello, hello, hello. If you only knew. If only you knew. Man. Okay. Got that. Okay, okay, okay. All right. Uh okay. Okay, so Pascal, I've had a busy day. I've had a very busy day. Whenever our day starts late, and I don't know why the light is in the frame. Okay, we got to move this girl back. All right. Whenever I start my day late, oh my God, y'all, I always wind up doing, I'm in traffic somewhere, breaking news hits, and I can't do anything. I'm trapped, right? So breaking news hit today while I was out, and there was nothing I could do. Hold on a second. Let me whip my whistle. All right. Yeah, breaking news hit, and then people start hitting me up. Everybody start hitting me up like I'm not Tyesse Jackson, bro. It always amazes me. But I love the Tie Squad because the Tie Squad, they always want to keep me in the know. They don't want me to be, the last person, to know about something. So yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Tina. You know what? I just thank God for Jesus. That's all I can do right now. Okay. Dr. Davis, hey, brother. Mel C, all of my moms, Tim Bree, Everybody, thank y'all so much. Okay, so you're gonna wanna join Patreon. I'll tell you why later. But if you are not a Patreon, you want to join Patreon, I'll tell you later. I'll tell you why you need to join Patreon. Uh-huh. Ty, have you ever thought about getting a second device? What do you mean a second device? A second device as in child, this full of devices. I'm trying to see what device. Okay. I would join Patreon tonight. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. I don't know, Sarah. I don't know when breaking news happens. Oh, I could go live. Is that what you mean? Like go live on a second device? I think I understand what you're saying. I might download, get a second device. I mean, yeah, I could go live anytime, but oh no, honey, I got devices up the gazoo. Devices are not the issue. I'm in traffic. I'm not at my desk. I should have clarified. I'm in traffic. I'm at my okay, this is what's that man name, y'all? He just inboxed me. What's that man name? What is his name that wanted to come to Atlanta and take me to dinner? He literally just inboxed me. Uh-huh. What is that man's? What was he calling him? Crystal Marshall. No, what is his name? He just inboxed me right now. Okay. Okay. When breaking news happens. Oh, I can break news from my telephone. I can go live and break news from my telephone. I like to be at my desk because I have everything organized. And when you're in the back of a car, if you're at a restaurant, that ain't the place really to break news. You may be at Starbucks. You don't really want to be like doing an official report and you telling people hold the caramel, you know. Mr. T, that's him. I swear I forgot that man's name. I swear. Thank y'all. Let me tell him I'm live. Let me tell him I'm live. I swear, y'all, I forgot that man's name. Oh, I sent him the wrong link. Did I send him the right link? Did I send everybody the? Oh, I sent him. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong link. I sent you the wrong link because I'm on my other device. Hold on. Mr. T, honey, that's him. How long we been on? 8 minutes. Okay, hold on. I'm live right now on the air discussing it. I should. Hello.
Bless you.
I'm live right now on the air, Mr. T.
God bless you.
God bless you. God bless you too. I got some message about Donnie McClurkin. Are you worried about anything? Are you concerned?
Well, very concerned. It's a sad day in Christendom.
It's a sad day in Christendom. Is it? Yeah.
Well, this is the day of exposure.
Yes, a day of exposure. But in regards to your message, is it somebody you know? Is it somebody you know that was mentioned?
I just wanted. I don't know if you got there's another content creator that has actually got a copy of the lawsuit. You actually got that copy?
No, I haven't got a copy. I haven't got a copy of the lawsuit yet, but I haven't had time to look over it. But the way you formulated your message, I thought it was somebody that maybe one of your friends was in the lawsuit, or somebody you know.
No, my friends are sexual predators.
No, what I mean by well, I'm not assuming that anybody's a sexual predator. But you said church members, so I felt like you were saying that maybe some of your church members.
No, allegedly he reported this abuse to the church members at Perfecting Church.
Okay, I'm going to get into all of it. I'm live on the air right now. I'm going to get into all of that right now, but I thought maybe somebody you knew was involved. No, okay, because you didn't put perfecting, you just put church members.
Or my minor.
Okay. All right, Mr. T. I'm live right now.
All right, God bless you.
God bless you. Good to hear from you too. Okay, Mr. T. Do you have a copy of the lawsuit? He said, do I have a copy of the lawsuit? Because there are names, church members that boy has dropped that he reported abuse to. I'm not at liberty. I'm not at liberty right now to go into a lot of extra details at this time. There are some additional things that I am waiting to go over the actual lawsuit right now. But right now I'm looking at the story as it has been presented to us via Billboard. And I think NBC News was the original reporting on this, but I have not looked at the actual lawsuit yet, right? And so, but we do have Tyesse Squad members in Detroit on the ground. We have this, like they do on the news, we have this covered. We also have our New York City tri-state area Tyesse Squad delegation. Everybody is active and mobilized. We have Detroit. We also have Atlanta. Right here in Atlanta, everybody is mobilized with this breaking news story. I want to start this commentary off by saying that everything is alleged. It is allegations in a lawsuit, okay? Allegations in a lawsuit. And so we can't discount that it is, we can't, hold on one second. Give me 1 second, Tyesse Squad. So everything is allegedly. Yeah, the gate is locked. Do you see anything on Crystal? Do you see anything? But I did put it on 30 minutes. I did put it on 30 minutes. Let me know if I need to extend it to 2 hours, Crystal. Let me know if you see anything moving too much. I can extend it to 2 hours. I heard Bishop Paul Morton singing, "Open the floodgates of heaven, let it rain, let it rain." Again, this is a breaking news report. I'm waiting for somebody to respond back to me, y'all. Just give me a minute. This is a breaking news report. Donnie McClurkin, gospel artist, Grammy Award-winning gospel artist, and pastor, is being lambasted with a very explosive lawsuit from a man. Okay. One of our people is working on something right now, y'all. We're just trying to get everything worked out. Okay. So yes, they are allegations. They are allegations, and we will always treat them as such. No one has been convicted. No one has been found civilly liable. These are allegations from a man, concerning SA. Concerning SA. I'm sorry, y'all. It's breaking news. We have moving parts. When this happens, we do have moving parts. So I just ask everybody, to be patient as things are coming in. We have the fire squad working. We have people working all over the United States right now. So I need everybody to be patient at this time. Okay. How alleged are we talking? We're going to get into the minutia. First, we're going to go to, I think we're going to go to, we're going to do Billboard's reporting, because MSNBC, they were real, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for. They were real academic with their coverage. Okay. All right. And I'm working right now to get the lawsuit emailed to me, you guys. To get the lawsuit emailed to me right now. The lawsuit cites a purported email in which McClurkin called himself a desperate, dirty old man. Instead, he forced himself on the plaintiff. Okay. We have another show to do. I would love to be able to really take my time, but we do have another show to do tonight. A rip from the internet special tonight, but I don't have time to. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Okay. We got somebody that's coming in now. We got somebody coming in saying that they were at a convention a long time ago. Ty, I don't know about this story, but I was at a convention a long time ago. And okay. And McClurkin told one of the adjutants he had pretty teeth. Okay. So things are just coming in, y'all, slowly but surely. Then we have one of our own Tyesse Squad members that had a situation with Donnie. We won't be able to get into that because, all right. Okay. I was at a convention a long time ago. In which McClurkin told one of the adjutants he had pretty teeth. Next thing we know, he was working with him. Okay. Now that don't mean anything, and in particular, y'all, you just, allegedly, y'all, allegedly. We gotta focus. Y'all coming fast or hard with this fire, y'all. Donnie McClurkin denied the allegations in the lawsuit, which was filed by a man who says he sought out the pastor after reading his book about overcoming the curse of homosexuality. I'm done. Y'all, listen, I'm going to be back here tonight for another show. I can't do this. I can't do this. I cannot. I thought I could. I can't get through this. Oh, my God. Okay. Oh, stop, y'all, please. Filed by a man who sought out the pastor after reading his book about overcoming the curse of homosexuality. Giuseppe Carletto says in the lawsuit that he was struggling to reconcile with his sexuality, with his faith, to reconcile his sexuality with his faith when he sought out McClurkin in 2003. The lawsuit says Carletto, then 21, went to McClurkin's church in Long Island, New York, after reading his autobiographical book, which described how God helped him overcome the curse of homosexuality. At the church event, McClurkin talked about being RAPE'd as a child, which resonated because That's similar to my story, Carletto said in an interview with NBC News. He said he was brought to meet with McClurkin after the event, and the man took an immediate interest in him. We do have a picture from NBC, I believe, of Carletto. We have a picture of him. Oh yeah, mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Oh yes. I'll leave it at that. Oh yes. He said he was brought to meet McClurkin after the event. The man and the man took an immediate interest in him. At first, it was all innocent and what I thought was mentoring, Carletto said in the interview. But he now believes he was being groomed from the start. Okay, let me stop here. You know, there are people on social media that do not believe grown people can be groomed. We cannot. We went through that with Dwayne Youngblood. We just don't have time to go back and forth with all of that, y'all. We don't have the time. If people believe that a grown person can't be groomed, there's nothing you can do that can change your opinion about that. Okay, so you just have to allow people to have their thoughts and perceptions and ideological thought patterns, and we just let them be. Okay, all right. But there are people that don't think grown people can be groomed. Okay. Okay. You can also say, when you talk about grooming, you can also talk about spiritual manipulation. It really is in the same framework as grooming. People can spiritually manipulate you, and people can also just generally manipulate you for the purposes of doing something to you later. So you can interchange grooming with manipulation as well. You can kind of play with some of the terminology on that, right? Okay. Because if you're manipulating somebody for the purpose of doing something to them, it is in the same wheelhouse as grooming, in my opinion. All right. But he now believes he was being groomed from the start. McClurkin began to molest. Can we get some trigger warnings, please, Ty Squad? Can we get some trigger warnings? McClurkin began to molest Carletto during the Pray the Gay Away spiritual sessions. The lawsuit says, and the abuse escalated over the next several years. During this period, Carletto worked as McClurkin's assistant and regularly traveled with him, according to the lawsuit. Carletto struggled to process these incidents of sexual abuse, as McClurkin was both his mentor and employer, making it difficult for him to speak about the abuse he had suffered, the lawsuit says. An attorney for McClurkin, now 66, said the allegations are categorically false. How bad are we talking, child? From an allegation standpoint, this is a code 10. From an allegation standpoint, it's a code 10. Okay, because if anytime somebody goes as far as suing, you know, what can you do? All right. At no time did Pastor McClurkin engage in any form of sexual abuse, assault, or sexual coercion of Mr. Carletto, the attorney Greg List said in a statement. The claims set forth in the lawsuit grossly mischaracterized their interactions, which occurred over a decade ago, and some accusations over 2 decades ago. All of these allegations are contradicted by the real facts. After an alleged SA at a Niagara Falls hotel in 2013, the lawsuit says McClurkin wrote Carletto an email apologizing for his actions. Stop. Now, Donnie, if we get this email corroborated and you apologize for something in the email, did you apologize in the email, Donnie? Do you remember the email? Because sometimes y'all be doing these admissions of guilt, by way of apology nowadays, you know. Sometimes those paper trails come back to haunt y'all, Donnie. I'm just saying. Of course, it's all alleged. Now, Donnie, I hope you didn't. I hope you didn't do that. Now, did you apologize to the man via email, Donnie? Did that happen? He said, yeah, "Okay." I'm just asking. I don't have anything to do with it. Okay. After the alleged SA at a Niagara Falls hotel in 2013, the lawsuit says McClurkin wrote Carletto an email apologizing for his actions. You said read the statement again. Donnie's attorney has outed him. At no time did Pastor McClurkin engage in any form of sexual abuse, assault, or sexual coercion of Mr. Carletto, the attorney, Greg List, said in a statement. The claims set forth in the lawsuit grossly mischaracterized their interactions, which occurred over a decade ago, and some accusations over 2 decades ago. All of the allegations are contradicted by the real facts. Okay, I read it, Crystal. After the alleged assault in Niagara Falls, Donnie allegedly wrote an email saying, "I'm sorry at this time. I'm the actual epitome of a desperate, dirty old man." Okay, Crystal. Somebody else just hit me up. Crystal said that it is suggested nothing was done using force or coercion. That's a good point. Somebody else pointed that out, Crystal. I'm reading, so I'm not really going through this in real time. I'm not formulating things in real time. All right. Okay, thank you to my email person. Thank you so much. Thank you for sending us a lawsuit. After an alleged SA at a Niagara Falls hotel, okay, he wrote, I'm the actual epitome of a desperate, dirty old man." He allegedly wrote in the message. Yeah, it is alleged until we can verify it. He allegedly wrote in the message, according to the lawsuit, pawning and groping a young man who is just looking for friendship and close platonic relationship with someone he wants, looks to for help, guidance, and spirituality. That don't even make sense. Pawning and groping a young man who is just looking for a friendship and close platonic relationship with someone he looks to for help, guidance, and spirituality. I feel so foul, so stupid, McClurkin added in the email, according to Carletto's lawsuit, which was filed Friday in State Supreme Court in Manhattan and New York City. Yeah, make sure y'all bless his house to see if we can raise $400 tonight. We have a lot going on right here in January. I got to move. I got to go to Los Angeles for my damn birthday. I have a lot going on. All right. Okay. The gospel singer turned pastor has won. Okay, we don't give a damn about none of that. I'm sorry. We really don't. Okay. Okay, but his childhood was brutal. His childhood was brutal. McClurkin wrote in his book, Eternal Victim, Eternal Victor, that an uncle sexually abused him when he was 8, which he believes caused his homosexuality. Wow, isn't that something, y'all? Ain't that heavy? You know, a lot of people believe that, you know, people that are abused, they go on to either abuse or things happen, you know, with other people. You know, it depends. It depends on the person. Everybody, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. It's kind of heavy. Oh, Jesus, honey, I wasn't expecting this. This was not on my what's some noodle, y'all. Hold on one second. This was not on my radar for today. Are y'all praying with me? Or y'all lifting me up? Yeah, we need to be clear on that. Whoever said that. Yeah, that's what a lot of people, that's what a lot of people believe. But we need to be clear on that. Yeah. Because there's a bomb in Gilead, Mr. T487. Is that Mr. T that I was just on the phone with? Yeah, where have you been? I am like, you talking about it's coming in hot, but where have you been? That's all I want to know. Where have you been? I am light. Okay. Donnie McClurkin said he was nasty, and according to this email, allegedly, he said he was nasty and foul for touching on you and playing with you and stuff. He said he felt disgusted. Well, he said he felt disgusted, allegedly. A seed had been planted, McClurkin wrote, a seed that would be my lot to struggle with for many years now. He said in the book that reading scripture helped him overcome the struggle. There are many more things that need to be done to break the curse of homosexuality, but that's another book McClurkin wrote. Carletto says when he read McClurkin's book, he felt an immediate connection. They both grew up poor in New York, and says that he too was sexually abused by a relative as a young boy. Carletto said he went to McClurkin's church and followed his guidance, hoping for the same outcome. I truly did believe he was fully delivered from homosexuality. Okay, I don't know how y'all. The man just said on Uncensored, he said, I've had a sprinkling of both men and women. Didn't nobody see that but me? He said, I've had a sprinkling of both men and women. Then he said in that same episode, I don't know what women want. I'm probably going to be lonely for the rest of my life. Child, he said that. He said, I've had a sprinkling. And then that's why I would say, what kind of sprinkles are we talking on, Donnie? Did anybody catch that? Maybe I was the only one that caught that. Oh, we have a video. Did that video didn't upload? I'm over it.com. Okay. I don't think the video uploaded, y'all. Hold on one second. Yeah, we got to get the video. Donnie. I told you, honey, we're going to be coming here. Didn't I tell you? Donnie, I told you we'd be coming here. This is the Code 10 sharing event. Everybody that's here needs to be sharing right now while I get this video uploaded that didn't upload. This is a Code 10 sharing event. We will be live again tonight if God says the same. We're trying to get a video uploaded, everybody. Yes, I heard that. Oh, you heard it? Okay. Donnie needs to smile in that pic. Yeah, I told you we'd be here, Donnie, and I told you that I'd be here to cover it. There's some more things that I'm going to be covering in 2026. I won't be talking about them right now. I'll leave that alone. Quite a few things I'm going to be covering in 2026. Let me get this video uploaded, everybody. Everybody, please be patient. While we get the video uploaded, can y'all please start your seed giving tonight? Everybody that's available to give tonight, start your seeds early tonight. Plant a great seed for great journalism. Y'all know y'all don't watch them other people. You don't watch them other people looking for no good content like this. You watch them just because ain't nothing else on, and you just probably, let me just see what they got to say. Y'all know, I know because y'all done told me. You know why you come here? Because there's an oil that flows through here. There's an oil, there's a tree of life in the middle of this damn studio. Is you living in a brand new motel. Every time you look up, somebody done came in his hotel room. Somebody done stole his bag. He ran off the road. I'm just saying, Donnie, I don't have anything to do with it, baby, but there's a lot going on, Donnie. Somebody stole his bag. Somebody stole his wallet. A man that came in your room late at night with a dog and a big stick. Yeah, we just waiting on our video upload. Y'all listen, I can tell y'all this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If it don't come out in the wash, it'll definitely come out in the damn rinse. Do y'all hear me? If it don't come out in the wash, it'll definitely come out in the rinse. And why the hell is this video taking so long to upload? Well, let me keep reading. Let me keep reading. I'll keep reading while the video uploads. It may take a minute. Yeah, everything is alleged. We're going to continue to say that. Oh, I can't. Let me see something. Hold on. We're just getting this video uploaded. Let me go over here. I'll read from here. I'll read from here. Let me do that. Meanwhile, we got to get this lawsuit up here. Meanwhile, we got to get this lawsuit going, y'all. We were not prepared because we wasn't expecting this. Had we been expecting this, y'all, we'd have been more prepared. Amen? Okay. Child, please tell me this thing is there we go. Oh my God, I can't get into my email. Oh, you're kidding me? What is my email? Oh my God, I can't get into nothing today. The devil is so busy. Okay. And the video taking forever. Okay, wait a minute, hold on, y'all. The Tyesse Squad, they're patient. The video taking forever. I can't get into their email. It is always something with the official Tyesse Report. Okay, mail. Is this the right email? Oh my God. Okay, what is my okay, what is my password? I think it's okay. Lord, let this be the password. Please, Master, if it's your will. That is not the wait a minute. Child, I can't remember what the damn password is. Hold on. I gotta okay, wait a minute. Yeah, oh, that is the password either. Okay. Well, at least the videos go up. Let's get this video going. I can work on the email while the video is going. Okay. Well, at least the video is up. Why don't we get this video going? Thank you for your patience, Tyesse Squad. It is immeasurable. We're going to get this video going. While I work on the email.
And our children are being lost. But they're being lost in the house. They're being lost in the house. They're being lost right here in the house. And they're covered by music. And they're covered by gifts. But they're being lost in the house. They have been failed on many points. They have been failed on many points. They have been raised without fathers. They have been left empty and hurt. And the very ones of us who have been their forefathers have failed. Hear me, please. Hear me, please. The very ones of us that were over the generations failed, myself included. And now they're being tainted by people in their generation. They're being tainted and they're being turned by people in their generation. We talk about the Tyesse situation, and it is only turning their hearts further away from God and making them believe that such conversation is real when it is not real. 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 God did not call us to such perversion. God didn't call this generation to such perversion. God did not only way you can really find real hope is in Jesus Christ. That's the only way you can find deliverance. I tell you of the truth of my son, the Okor, Rabashi, and the Lahosa. If it hadn't been for this Jesus, I would be homosexual to this day. But he is a deliverer. He is a deliverer. He is a deliverer. He is a deliverer. Now follow the flow of the Holy Spirit. He is a deliverer. And he's not just a deliverer, young people. He's a strong deliverer. He's a strong deliverer. And in this generation, you stand here in the convention center and you don't even know what you see. You see remnants of a mighty nation that will rise up past society and will stand as holy men, holy women. They will change their peers. If I could just get somebody to praise God right now. I stand here looking at young people that are not even comfortable. They talk about being real. They're not comfortable being real. I went to Mason's temple and I sat in the musicals. No, 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 no. Where are the fathers? We have many instructors, but we don't have many fathers. Where are the fathers that will embrace the boys and say, no, no, no. He can't have you. He can't have you. He won't have you. Where are the fathers that say, I will not condemn you, I will not kill you, but I will nurture you? Psalms 34:11 says, come, ye children, come, ye children, come hearken unto me, and I will teach you the fear of the Lord. And today, I am overwhelmed in this holy convocation because I see feminine men. And listen, it's no, do not applaud like it's a bash. It's because we failed. It's not their fault, it's not the children's fault. It's because we failed. We didn't father our children. We didn't cover our children. We didn't discern the seed. And we didn't uproot it. We failed our boys. We failed our girls. But today, Bishop Blake said this is the convocation of the turnaround. Today, the tables are about to turn, and Satan is going to be destroyed over the lives of our young people.
All right. People oftentimes ask the question, what is that? What you just saw, what is that? Well, what is it? It is religiosity combined with unhealed trauma. When you have religiosity combined with unhealed trauma, it manifests itself as dogma. It manifests itself as breaking through, breaking strongholds, They put all kind of titles on it, but we have so many people that are operating with that same energy you just saw. Okay. When you don't want to be homosexual, because there are people that were molested, that were sexually abused, and their sexuality has become distorted based on the trauma that was inflicted upon them. And so not everybody that is LGBTQ has a clear situation going on. Like me, I was never abused as a child. So my sexuality, although I have trauma, it's not that trauma. There are traumas growing up as a Black queer child that are separate from abuse, if that makes sense. I still have dealt with things, but that was not one of them. And so I hope I'm making sense to somebody. But when you have somebody that does not want to be homosexual or is struggling with their sexuality, the last place, hear me good, the last place they need to be at is at the Black church. Okay? The last place you need to be at, leading anybody or instructing anybody until you get clear, until you get healed, the last place you need to be is at a church talking to anybody. Because what happens is that more oftentimes than not, your life, your unhealed trauma, your unhealed issues are going to manifest themselves, and they are going to roost eventually. Everybody's story is not the same. People believe that you cannot be molested. There are people that believe that you cannot be molested and have a issue with your sexuality. You know, there are people that were molested and then went on to be homosexual based on the molestation. It happens every day of the week. Okay, it really does. I know that's hard to wrap your mind around. People that were molested as children then go on to have sexual issues. Some of them go on and deal with homosexuality, lesbianism, even transgenderism based on molestation or sexual abuse. It happens every day. I know too many people that have that testimony. That's why I just wouldn't be sitting up here saying it if I didn't know nobody. I wouldn't. It happens. Somebody molests you, and then you become very, very confused about your sexuality. It shows up as homosexuality in your sexuality. I have friends that have told me, Tyesse, I was just living my life as a child, just going along. I was just a regular child. I didn't even have thoughts and concepts of anything like that until it was introduced to me through trauma. Okay? I'm just saying. What you saw right there was the classic trauma dump. But the people in the audience, because he's giving them red meat, they're hooping and hollering and screaming because all they want to hear is you being delivered. Somebody was just in the chat talking about sparing, crying loud and sparing, you know. They're already in the chat. You know, I just ignored it. You know, I was scrolling around Detroit 94, 95. Donnie was brought to Detroit, but not by Marvin. Okay. All right. Thank you for sharing. And I don't want to I want to be clear, y'all. Okay, let me just clarify something. I don't want people to confuse or conflate homosexuality with abuse or homosexuality with predatory behavior. Okay, I don't want nobody to get that confused. There are people that are predators in all persuasions, straight, gay, whatever. Okay, so I don't want anybody to get that confused. That's what we're saying. No, because that's not the case. That's why a lot of times family members will say, well, you know, I don't want him to watch my kids. I don't want the gay person. Statistics show your child is in more danger with somebody that's heteronormative than someone gay. That's what statistics show. Your child is in more danger with somebody from the heteronormative community than they would be LGBTQ. Mr. Rock had that church trauma bad. I don't know who Mr. Rock is, but let me say this to y'all. People need to get very, very clear on God and your personal relationship with him. Organized religion is not set up. The current formula, the current blueprint of black church, black religiondom is not set up for gay people. It's not. It's not set up for anybody that's wounded and needs to be cleared up of any. It's just really not set up that way. But if you're LGBTQ, the last place you need to be at is at a church that is not grounded in the true principles of Jesus Christ. Because they don't, I'm telling y'all, these people do not care about you. They don't give a damn about you. They actually want you to go to hell. I've seen them say it. They actually want you to go to hell. They talk about it so much, they fetishize hell. That's what they want you to go to. So, Mr. Carletto, we don't know all of what happened with Mr. Carletto, with the details. We don't know all of the sordid details of his life prior to Donnie, when he met Donnie. We just know what we have been presented and whatnot. And we don't know. We wasn't up there with Donnie and Giuseppe. So we just have to take everything at face value. That's why it amazes me when people always say stuff about how we cover stories. We're giving, you know, a shell, and then we work from there. We were not in the rooms. The man said that Donnie was over there. He went up there for the, you know, counseling, and he went up there because he liked the book. And the next thing you know, allegedly, Donnie was over there trying to freak with him. That's what that man said. I didn't say that. But if I share that, they get mad at me like I said it. That's what the damn man said. He liked the book. He thought he could get delivered. He started working for the man, and the next thing you know, he was being groomed and touched on and hunched on and groped and stuff. That's what he said. But when I report it, it's a problem because I'm saying it. You know. So all y'all, I want to say this. I just want to say this because it's in my spirit. Anybody of a certain age, all y'all girls of a certain age, and you are, you know, over 50 and stuff, and y'all are still in the closet, y'all are still dealing with church brain and Bible brain, honey, y'all need to really, really, really think about some things. Really sit yourself down and really think about some things. Some of y'all are too old to be sitting up here playing these damn games. We can do better with these likes. Can we please get the likes up? Thank you so much. Can we get to 300 likes? I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Unhealed trauma is dangerous as you can't help anyone. That's why I don't understand the girls that are always rooted in all this trauma is up in somebody's pulpit trying to be Iyanla. I have never understood that. Those are the girls that's always up in somebody's pulpit and somebody's symposium or think tank trying to tell somebody about human sexuality. When you're tormented, that tormenting is what caused that little ill-informed boy to go up there to that pulpit and make a fool of himself. That torture, you are being tortured in your mind because you're being told that you are reprobate, you're nasty, you're filthy, and you're going to hell. And nobody wants to be seen as that. So to be seen differently, I will try to do what they say, although I know how I feel inside. But since they saying it, I'm going to try and do it. So let me go up here and tell these people I've been delivered and I like women's. Because I can't take this no more. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these girls, you know, they love attention anyways, y'all. A lot of these girls are attention whores, so don't hurt, you know. Mm-hmm. Some of y'all are too damn old. Some of y'all girls saying, I mean, like, damn, you 75 and you ain't figured it out yet? You really gonna take it to your grave, living in the shadows and stuff? You know, sneaking men out your house, out of back doors, and you 80 years old, still sneaking and tipping. You don't have much time left, mama. You know, how you not 85, girl, and you still sneaking people in the house? You don't have about 5 years left anyways, you know. Girl, like you just say, you know, fuck it and just say, let me tell everybody I'm gay. I was born this way. Shout out to Archbishop Carl Bean. It's real. They have tried to downplay everything. They have tried to downplay church hurt. Girl, you damn near 90, girl. You don't have that much more time left. Just come out and tell everybody, listen, I have an announcement. I'm gay. I like men's. Because we've done it all. We've done all of this stuff already, y'all. We went to the pulpit. We foamed at the mouth. We said Jesus, Jesus, Jesus 132,000 times. They said we was delivered. They said we got purged. Then we get up and we're still looking at booty and prints. I knew early on something was off because nothing ever took with these people. You know, nothing ever took. It was almost like salvation was like a bad perm. It just never took with somebody. You know? Like the women said on Beloved about that spirit. It's whooping her. I used to say that about somebody else. Everyone would say, finally, we knew him. And that's the worst that's the worst thing ever, Queen Liquid. That's the worst thing ever. When people are running around talking about, we was waiting on you. Please stop doing that to your loved ones. Please stop telling your loved ones, I was waiting on you. Please stop saying that. Because while you're waiting on them, your loved one is going through all types of hell on earth. And their freedom can be attained by just getting some love and affirmation from people that they love. Mm-hmm. Good evening, Brian. Okay. Okay. So Donnie is being sued under the Victims of Gender Motivated Violence Protection Law, and that is out of New York, right? So that's what he's being sued by. The plaintiff designates New York County as the place of trial. Venue is based on the location, which a substantial part of the events or omissions giving rise to the plaintiff's claims occurred. Okay. So this is on January 2nd, 2026 at 9:54. That was the summons. And I'm going to read the verified complaint. Okay. Donald A. McClurkin Jr., hereafter, we'll just call him Donnie. And we got to get out of here. We have another show, y'all. We will have plenty of time for this. Okay, let's rock and roll. If you're ready, y'all let me know. We're going to rock and roll. Y'all talk to me when you're ready. When you're ready, let me know. Okay. When you're ready, just type in the word ready in the chat. Type in ready when you're ready. Okay. I ain't seen nobody type in ready. Oh, before I start reading this, let me make sure. Yeah, you know what we're gonna do, Loretta? We're not gonna start this until we get to 300 likes, period. Yeah. Okay, we need 300 likes, or I can go ahead and start preparing for my next show. It's up to you. It's what y'all want to do. We're not gonna play these games. Not tonight. I'm sorry. I'm not even in the mood for all of that. Now, either you hit the like button, or we can go ahead and end this, and I can start getting ready for my next show. Okay? Thumbs up. We need to get to 300 likes. That is not a big ask. Okay? If you want to hear this, let me know. If you don't want to hear this, I can go to Patreon for my followers. Okay? Hit the like button. It's very simple. We need a few more likes. Let me know when we get to 300, y'all. Okay, well, let me know where we're at. Please hit the like button. It is right there for you to hit. Please hit the like button. All right, Samara is heading to celebrate Mia's birthday, her sister's birthday, y'all. She's sending love. Okay, we need 8 more likes. Let's do this. Let's get this done. You know what, Lamar? I cannot. We need 1 more like. Thank you, the boy to envy. Thank y'all. And continue to hit the like button, please. Thank you. On or about August 3rd, 2003, when plaintiff Carletto was 21 years old, he first met defendant McClurkin as a defendant okay, wait a minute. Oh, he first met defendant McClurkin at defendant's church in Long Island, New York. After reading the defendant's book, Eternal Victor, which centered on being delivered from homosexuality. At that time, defendant's church, Perfecting Faith Church, was holding outdoor service, referred to as Church Without Walls, where individuals would share testimonies regarding their own deliverance from homosexuality, prostitution, and drugs. I don't know why people, when they talk about vices, they put homosexuality with drugs and prostitution. Okay. Well, we're gonna keep it moving, y'all. And other circumstances. Because plaintiff was struggling with acceptance of his sexuality in light of his religious beliefs, he sought out defendant McClurkin for guidance. After the service, on or about August 3rd, 2003, after the service, plaintiff was brought to meet defendant McClurkin, who prayed with him and assured him that the defendant would help deliver him from homosexuality. Shortly thereafter, one of the defendant's ministers, who confessed to plaintiff that he too was struggling with his homosexuality, began persistently contacting plaintiff, showing up to plaintiff's home unannounced, and even making sexual advances. Okay, what? Shortly thereafter, one of the defendants, Donnie McClurkin's ministers, who confessed to the plaintiff that he too was struggling with homosexuality, began persistently contacting Mr. Okay, all right, showing up to his house unannounced and even making sexual advances towards the plaintiff. Due to this harassment, the plaintiff, who had only attended the defendant's church for about 3 weeks at this point, began missing church services and considered leaving altogether. Shortly thereafter, plaintiff received a call directly from Donnie McClurkin, where the defendant reassured that this harassing minister was being dealt with, and this was a test from God, to which the plaintiff passed. All of this is alleged, Ty Squad. According to this lawsuit, this is alleged. Okay. All right. Plaintiff and defendant McClurkin then developed a mentor-mentee. Wait, I cannot. Here we go. Mentor-mentee relationship. Oh, that's what they. Oh, okay. That's what it was. Child, here we go with this one again. All right. Okay. Eventually, the defendant, Donnie McClurkin offered the plaintiff the position of executive personal assistant, which the plaintiff accepted. Okay. Eventually, now we don't have a time frame on that. That would be helpful, young man. When did Donnie McClurkin offer you a position? When did he offer you a position? Because see, just a minute ago, you said it was a man over at your house. You know, people was coming at your house and trying to touch on you and stuff. Okay. And now you jump from there. I pay attention to stuff like that. You said eventually when? How long was it from the people coming to your house and, you know, Donnie McClurkin said he was being dealt with to now eventually Donnie McClurkin offered you a position of executive personal assistant, which you accepted? Okay. During plaintiff's time as McClurkin's personal assistant, they engaged in pray the gay away spiritual sessions. I bet they did. Yeah. Did he ever let the man in? That's a good question. Okay. So during the time as defendant's personal assistant, they engaged in pray the gay away sessions. During which McClurkin groped the plaintiff's genitals all without consent. Okay, I got you. All right. Plaintiff struggled to process these incidents of sexual abuse as defendant was both his mentor and employee. Oh no, that's incorrect. As the defendant was both his mentor and employer. Okay, making it difficult for him to speak out about the abuse he suffered. During this time, McClurkin would set up scenarios with the plaintiff and other men, much like with the aforementioned minister, framing them as tests from God to see how the plaintiff will react. Again, during this time, McClurkin would set up scenarios with the plaintiff and other men, much like the aforementioned minister that kept coming over and knocking on his door. And he would frame them as tests from God to see how the plaintiff would react. One such test came when plaintiff and defendant were staying at the Atlantis Resort in Nassau, Bahamas, where the defendant invited a male model to the plaintiff's hotel room in an attempt to coerce the plaintiff into sexual activity. When the plaintiff reported to defendant that he was able to resist the male model's sexual advances, defendant praised him, laid his hands on the plaintiff, and told him he had passed another test. It's only a test. Keep the faith. It's only a test. In 2007, the plaintiff traveled with Donnie McClurkin and his family to California for a business trip. McClurkin also brought his, at the time, girlfriend. He brought his, at the time, girlfriend. In defendant McClurkin's hotel room, the defendant instructed plaintiff to remove defendant's shoes. Okay, so he told the light-skinned man to take off his shoes. Okay. Defendant McClurkin then removed his pants, exposed himself to the plaintiff, grabbed him, pulled him onto the bed, and forcefully kissed and groped the plaintiff's body. Plaintiff cried and pled for defendant McClurkin to stop, but defendant McClurkin kept touching him in an attempt to arouse him. Defendant McClurkin then forcefully grabbed the plaintiff's penis and performed oral sex on him, all without the plaintiff's consent. For all of y'all that's saying, like, for all of y'all that's saying, sometimes y'all, if somebody is your employer and, it's kind of hard sometimes, no pun intended. If the person is your employer and your mentor at the same time, so, sometimes you just be so in shock and you just like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. It happens. And then you just kind of like lay there and just, because you don't want to lose your job. These are all allegations, y'all. Remember, these are all allegations. Maybe he was in shock. Okay. I don't have anything to do with it, y'all. But I know I got to wrap this up because I got another show to do. Plaintiff cried and pled for the defendant to stop, but defendant McClurkin continued touching him and attempted to arouse him. Defendant McClurkin then forcefully grabbed the plaintiff's penis and performed oral sex on him without the plaintiff's consent. Plaintiff begged for McClurkin to stop while crying, but defendant continued assaulting him. Defendant McClurkin then forcefully grabbed the plaintiff's penis and inserted it into the defendant's. McClurkin then forcefully grabbed the plaintiff's penis and inserted it into the defendant's anus. Okay, so Donnie McClurkin allegedly grabbed the young man's penis and then put the penis inside of him, of the young man, forcing the plaintiff to engage in anal sex with the defendant until the defendant ejaculated. When the plaintiff confronted defendant McClurkin afterward, the defendant pretended to have no recollection of the assault and blamed his behavior on the side effects of his medication. Oh, wait. I cannot. You gotta be kidding me. Like, y'all, come on. Oh. Defendant McClurkin further manipulated plaintiff, blaming him for the incident and convincing him that he was the sole culpable party. Excuse me. As a result, plaintiff experienced intense shame and confusion. McClurkin exploited this tactic repeatedly, coercing plaintiff into further unwanted sexual acts over the next 6 years. McClurkin also engaged in numerous other incidents of groping, forcible touching while plaintiff was working for him in his church, at his church. Defendant was secretly groped plaintiff before going to preach. That sounds like a story I heard from another blogger, that this preacher will go out there and will have boys in the back and then go out into the pulpit and preach with the stench of booty still on him. And the people in the congregation didn't even know that, the man had just left plowing some boy in the back. And then they go to the pulpit with lube and booty still present on their body. Oh, Jesus, I tell you. I'm going to read that again for the people in the back. Defendant McClurkin also engaged in numerous other incidents of groping and forcible touching while the plaintiff was working for him at his church. Defendant would secretly grope plaintiff before going to preach, including inducing the plaintiff to cry, then using plaintiff's tears to encourage other congregants to openly express emotion. During this period, in about 2007, defendant McClurkin took plaintiff on another business trip to Atlantic City, New Jersey, for a speaking engagement. Defendant claimed the hotel had mistakenly booked only one room We only got one room left routine. Oh, I've heard that a million times. Mistakenly booked only one room and eventually persuaded the plaintiff to stay in the same room as him. While the plaintiff slept on the couch, he awoke to defendant McClurkin performing oral sex on him, all without the plaintiff's consent. We can clear this up, Donnie. We can clear all of this up, right? You know, we can clear all this up. Did you do any of it? I mean, you can just tell us, did you? Because, you know, we'll be able to prove that the man went to the hotel with you. Hotel records will show, you know. But you can clear all this up. Were you sexually intimate with this man at any time? That's all we need to know. We can clear all this up. You see where the problem comes in. Where the problem comes in at Donnie, was it forceful? Because you have consensual and then you have non-consensual. So that's what the problem is. But did you have sex with it to begin, overall? Because that can explain some stuff. But in order for that to come out, you would have to tell the truth about, you was doing deliverance ministries while out here in the back doing, if that was the case, So in order to do that, you would have to tell on yourself. You'd have to self-snitch. Atlantic City always got a room. It can be a convention in town. Oh yeah, we got plenty of rooms because they just have a lot of hotels. This is pre-47 before he went over there and made it look like a wasteland, of course. Child, listen, let me get back to the thing. I done lost my spot again. The devil is busy. You won't win, demon. Okay, hold on. I lost my spot again. Okay. Okay, so he woke up to defendant McClurkin performing oral sex on him, all without the plaintiff's consent. On another occasion in about 2007, on or about 2007, McClurkin forced himself on a plaintiff in a hotel room located in Long Island, New York, under circumstances similar to the previous California incident. Well, I didn't get no California incident, baby. Where was that at? All I had was Atlantic City. And we all over the place. On another occasion, in or about 2008, McClurkin forced himself on a plaintiff at defendant's home in Rockville Center, New York, and masturbated in front of the plaintiff and forced the plaintiff to watch. Okay, so we have a jack session here, a forced jack session, allegedly. This is allegedly. Okay, Tyesse, ain't no more soda left. Go get you another soda, baby. On another occasion, okay, in 2008, in about 2000, McClurkin drove plaintiff to a park in Rockville Center, New York, under the pretense of grocery shopping. Therein, defendant then forced the plaintiff to perform oral sex on him until he ejaculated. Okay, does anybody know where is this Rockville? I got to do some research on this Rockville Center, New York. Because they talk about they was over there in the park. Okay, drove to a park. See, I got to find out about this rock. Does anybody know what's the tea with this Rockville Center, New York? Is that out there on Long Island? Yeah, he was full of fluid and ready to do it, allegedly. Therein, the defendant forced plaintiff to perform oral sex on him until he ejaculated. On another occasion, in or about 2008, at a hotel in the Upper East Side of Manhattan, New York, defendant McClurkin forced himself on a plaintiff, forcefully kissing the plaintiff and groping his genitals. Plaintiff tried to leave, but the door was locked. Therein, defendant McClurkin performed oral sex on the plaintiff, being forced the plaintiff's penis into the defendant's anus while pinning the plaintiff against a wall. Yes, we need trigger warnings, moms. We need trigger warnings. I hate that Donnie is going through all this right now. He got his own health issues, and Marvin Winans is over there ailing and stuff. I'm sorry all this is happening. This is really bad for the body of Christ. Donnie going through his own issues, and Marvin is not well, and Now this man that came out here with a lawsuit. Ooh, this is a rough start for 2026 for Donnie. Okay, Tyesse, we gotta wrap this up, Tyesse. You gotta wrap this up, baby. Wrap it up. I can't rush it though, Tyesse. I can't rush it. Throughout this period, what happened? Throughout this period, plaintiff attempted to quit on multiple occasions. Defendant, however, denied plaintiff's request, further coercing him to stay by telling plaintiff that his deliverance and purpose were tied to the defendant. Defendant McClurkin compared plaintiff to biblical figures Elijah and Elisha to further manipulate him and convince him that he needed the defendant. Plaintiff also confided in church staff members about defendant McClurkin's misconduct and abuse, including Renee Mentor Carr, Shavetta Green, Terrell Middleton, regarding defendant misconduct, but no action was taken. Renee Mentor Carr, Shavetta Green, and Terrell Middleton expect subpoenas to appear in court if this thing goes to trial. You will be testifying under oath. Did this man talk to y'all? Okay. Shavetta Green, Terrell Middleton. If this goes to trial, expect subpoenas. But no action was taken. In 2008, plaintiff ultimately secured employment with a Christian broadcasting network in New York and successfully resigned from his position with defendant McClurkin. However, because McClurkin was a gospel artist, plaintiff continued to encounter him through his new employment. In April 2012, plaintiff began working for an airline. Okay. During training in Orlando, Florida, the defendant discovered the plaintiff's hotel location through one of the plaintiff's friends and appeared uninvited at the plaintiff's hotel room. Oh, wow. McClurkin begged the plaintiff to allow him, stating that they needed to talk, not wanting to make a scene, given defendant's celebrity status and public recognition. Reluctantly agreed to let defendant inside his room. Now, girl, and niece. Oh, okay. Defendant McClurkin begged the plaintiff to have sex with him just one last time. Please. Just one last time. But the plaintiff refused. Later, plaintiff slept. He awoke to defendant McClurkin masturbating himself while also touching and groping the plaintiff's body. Plaintiff resisted. Okay, but okay. Okay, you let him inside your room. Then he begged you to have sex with him one last time. Then it says later, while the plaintiff slept, he awoke. Well, how did he get in your room? I'm lost. He wasn't staying in your room because you said, you know, you invited him to your room. So it says later, while the plaintiff slept, he awoke to the McClurkin masturbating himself while also touching and groping the plaintiff's body. Well, how did he get in your room? See, y'all be leaving a lot of stuff out, baby. Plaintiff resisted Donnie McClurkin's advances, but defendant forced himself on top of the plaintiff and began performing oral sex on him, ignoring plaintiff's repeated verbal refusals. Okay, plaintiff cried as defendant McClurkin proceeded to RAP in him. In the following months, defendant McClurkin persistently pressured plaintiff to live with him in California. After this, around Thanksgiving and Christmas 2013, while the plaintiff was living in Boston, Massachusetts, defendant McClurkin showed up outside the gate at the airport with two of the plaintiff's friends and refused to leave until the plaintiff agreed to go with them. Thereafter, plaintiff hesitantly accepted and was ultimately coerced by the defendant McClurkin into staying with him in a hotel room afterwards. Defendant again forcefully touched and groped the plaintiff's genitals, all without consent. On or about June 2013, McClurkin persuaded plaintiff to rejoin his church in New York. On June 26th, McClurkin then convinced plaintiff to accompany him on a trip to Niagara Falls, where the defendant forced himself on the plaintiff and sexually assaulted him in a hotel room, ignoring the plaintiff's pleas for him to stop. This time, plaintiff was able to push the defendant off, having grown more confident in his sexual identity and no longer subscribing to defendant's doctrine of deliverance. After this incident in Niagara Falls, New York, on June 28, 2013, defendant McClurkin sent plaintiff an email apologizing for sexually assaulting him that evening. Okay, we have the email right here. Okay. The email says, the first thing I want to do is apologize again to you. I know I apologize for my wrong attitude from Wednesday, but I want to apologize for all of my behavior that has, this is an alleged email. Let me clarify that. This is an alleged email from Donnie McClurkin. Okay. But I want to apologize for all of my behavior that has been wrong and put you in a wrong place. I am the actual epitome of a despicable, dirty old man, pawning and groping a young man who is just looking for a friendship and close platonic relationship with someone he wants to, who looks to for help, guidance, and spirituality. I was trying to go to a realm of sexuality that wasn't right and wasn't right for you. For me, for that matter, I feel so foul, so stupid. I'm old enough to be your father and wanted to be something else to you. You don't have that desire for me, and I shouldn't have it for you. I forced myself on you, groping on you, and when I think about it, you never really touched me like that at all. Just wanted to sleep together and hug occasionally. I am really embarrassed at how I am and how I acted. You are too important to be treated like that from me or anyone. Okay, wait a minute. I'm not helping you in any way by doing this, and I'm making a fool of myself, being so desperate. I have no one, and I feel it more than ever. But I was horribly wrong trying to force you into something that you were consistently saying no to. I'm too old to be like this. I won't do that to you again. You didn't come back for this. My loneliness is mine to deal with. My desire for you is not in the right way. I'm feeling and handling it. I will be a friend to you and pastor if you allow me, but I won't be this broken old man so desperate for you that I violate my purpose in your life and become this. I love you and I want you to be who you're supposed to be. I will work on me. I hate being lonely and alone, but I have to go through it and not like this. Let's move on from here. See you later this or next week. Pastor. All right. Let me see how much more we have, y'all. Okay. Okay. Okay, we only have one more paragraph. In November 2015, while the plaintiff was experiencing mental health struggles, he returned to defendant McClurkin's church seeking guidance. Therein, defendant McClurkin engaged in further sexual misconduct against the plaintiff, taking advantage of the plaintiff. Wait a minute, let me get this 1 second. Taking advantage of the plaintiff's vulnerability and currently fragile mental state. The defendant actions consisted of a violation of several statutes. McClurkin's intentionally and for no legitimate purpose forced sexual intercourse upon the plaintiff without his consent, herein for the purpose of degrading and or abusing the plaintiff, and for the purpose of gratifying defendant's McClurkin's sexual desires. The defendant, McClurkin, committed the criminal sexual act described herein against the plaintiff due to animus against plaintiff's gender and or sexual orientation. and that as a result, the subject incident plaintiff has sustained injury, emotional distress, physical pain, emotional pain and suffering, and the loss of enjoyment of life, and claims compensatory and punitive damages therein. The amount of those damages sought herein exceeds the jurisdictional limits of all other courts which would otherwise have jurisdiction. Okay. I'm trying to see, is there a okay, there's not a number. They're just asking for compensatory damages in the amount proved at trial, but in any event, any amount that exceeds the jurisdictional limit of all lower courts would otherwise have jurisdiction. Awarding punitive damages, awarding costs and fees. Okay. Awarding costs and fees, awarding prejudgment interest to the extent permitted by law, and also awarding such other further relief as the court may deem just and proper. Attorney Ruffo and Plotkin and Hellman, attorneys for the plaintiff, signed, dated January 2nd, 2026, New York, New York. Okay. Whew. What do you think, Tyesse? What do I think? I think that it's highly possible that Donnie McClurkin and this man had a sexual relationship, right? I think that the man may have been I believe that this man was manipulated and misguided in the beginning, right? I do believe that. He may have been disillusioned and misguided in the beginning. Anything that happened after that, I don't. I know how manipulation works, but yeah, it's gonna be a hard stretch. What will get him over is this law in New York that Cassie used and so many others are using successfully. But yeah, in the beginning, yeah, I could see what happened, but that many years afterwards, and you seeing the person again and then inviting them back in your room, and no, I don't know about that. I think that this was formulated. All of what happened may have been consensual after the first disillusionment and deception. Everything may have been consensual after that, but I think he formulated all of this based on that email. That's what you did. So, in my opinion, you formulated all of this based on that email and based on recent things you probably have seen and heard, and you probably went to an attorney and y'all put together and formulated a case. It's up to a judge or a jury to decide if this is something that's worth awarding you, damages, if it gets to that part. But anybody with their right mind would ask you, like, why would you keep, what is that about? Why would you keep going back over there? Why would you keep, like, once you leave, Donnie McClurkin, the reason you're in a quandary, your quandary is worse than he is, Donnie. The reason your quandary is so bad is because if you come out and admit anything, you're admitting something that you were preaching against. So you can categorically say everything is false. But if this man is able to present anything tangible, something that can prove something, now of course we won't be able to get DNA from times gone past. Who knows? But we won't be able to get that. But if he's able to prove anything concerning this, you're in a pickle because you have been preaching against what you're participating in. And if it's true, if these allegations are found to be true, then that means that you are a fraud the whole time. People have been saying things. I've heard things But I wasn't at liberty to talk about him because, hey, listen, I can't just come out here and say anything about the man because you get sued. But then people been saying all kinds of things behind the scenes. Everybody seems to have a Donnie McClurkin story. Some people feel more comfortable talking about it because it's their personal experience. But why now? Did he wait until the block was hotter? Well, yeah, I mean, people are seeing Tyler Perry. They just saw another suit drop. That's a good question. If you're like, why now? I heard preachers talk like this before. It's not. Oh no, it's none of this is. None of this is far fetched. We had a preacher in L.A. I won't call his name, but he was out of Inglewood, and he retired and put another young minister in place over there. They put another young minister in place. I don't know, but something about that I never understood that. He was over there out of Inglewood, and he just left the church and retired, or just passed it on to another. He wasn't even old like that. That's why I didn't understand that. Some of y'all may know who I'm talking about if you're in LA. They passed the church on to another minister. Everybody was like, well, he ain't even, I don't even think the man was 65. Was he 70? Anyways, so what was this all going on when he was with that gal? Well, yeah, one of the incidents, he says that with his girlfriend, I guess she was in another room, allegedly, Brandy. Oh, y'all know who I'm talking about? Oh, okay. He just it was just weird the way it happened. Sure do know. Oh, okay. It's a church over in Inglewood. I just be sitting looking at these people. I tell you, it was just weird. I just didn't understand that because one of my friends went there, and they was like, "Sha, they got a new pastor coming over there." And then we have this church over in we have a church over in Compton. We got a church over in Compton where the pastor and his wife. Well, the pastor is gay, we know that, and the wife is a lesbian. They're over in Compton. Well, they're over there in the Willowbrook area, right? And so, he always would get arrested, but he would bail out before the tea would hit. Child. He would always bail out before anybody gets some tea. He would always get up out of jail before all the tea would hit. There's always some kind of teas over there. Well, he took over his father's church, so you know how that goes. I think it was consensual, and he just wants money. Well, it looks like a lot of that was probably consensual, yeah. And you just probably thought about it, and you have now formulated something based on this email. You built you a case around the email because when somebody telling you that I'm a dirty old man and I'm sorry and stuff, yeah, that don't look too good if it's actually that don't look too good. I'm shocked him. Rewrite that again, Theo. Hey, Gail Coleman. We need 25 more likes, please. Thank y'all so much. Some of y'all don't believe Matthew Stevenson and that woman is still married. Y'all know y'all all say it to me privately. Don't come here acting brand. Some of y'all don't believe they still married. Y'all all say it. Y'all be saying stuff, then y'all want to come over here and play dumb. Y'all know that. Y'all know what's going on. I think I'm gonna go live at 9:30. Give me time to take a little rest. Huh? Hey, Virgo babe. Hey, Janice Felton. Y'all know y'all don't believe the people still married. Y'all believe that was a lavender marriage. Y'all know that y'all believe that was a lavender marriage. Come on now, y'all. Y'all know Matthew and Camila, y'all feel like that's a lavender marriage. Don't come over here and act brand new. I think I'm about the person you mentioned. The second person that took over his daddy church, or the person I'm talking about over there in Inglewood that just abruptly, and then another pastor took over. Some of the stories you can talk about because you can put a name to it because it's public. But some of the stories I just keep to myself, Some of them stories I can talk, like Fred Price's son that stepped down because he had personal misjudgments. They never told us what he did, Fred Price Jr. They never told us what he did, but they set him down for about 6 months, and then he came back, and then he was restored. Now, the streets were saying that it involved, something sexual, but then we had some people saying that the man had some type of addiction, allegedly. So because nobody gave us anything, all the people could do was speculate. Somebody said it. I heard that somebody was talking about some prostitutes and stuff and sex workers. Then some people was talking about he had some type of addiction or something. I don't know. We'll never know. With Fred Price Jr. over there, he's back in the pulpit. They restored him, and that's just the end of it. I need to take Tim Bree. I tell you. We heard he and his wife were major bumpers. What you mean bumpers? What you mean by that? Who wife? Matthew and Camila? Who? Okay, I got your nephew. Okay. I would strongly suggest that, nephew. Yeah, I would strongly suggest. I just got your message. Yeah, honey. Everybody, listen. The block is hot. Oh, let me put it up. You right, nephew? Before I get too caught up in the spirit, huh? Everybody that's here, 700 people. If you're here, make sure y'all, donate tonight. Let's do something. Let's do something easy tonight, y'all. Let's everybody come together and sow a seed of $9 even. The number 9, new beginnings. Oh, I don't know about all that. Yeah, I don't know about no bumpers. I don't know. That's who said that? That's coming from a guy by the name of Clifton Hill. That is not from the Tyesse Report. His name is Clifton. You got a pen? Clifton Hill. Can we get a seed of $9? Everybody that can, $9. Yeah. $9. They said Eddie Long was went around talking smack until they said that they had some more boys getting ready to come out. That's what I heard. They said Eddie Long was over there talking kind of rough until they said, we got some more boys getting ready to come out. They say it was much more than the 5. The 5 is what was listed. They say it was much more than that 5, y'all. Thank you, Antonio. Thank you, nephew, for $9. Please do, brother. I would love to hear about it. Charlie said, honey, once he heard about them other boys they had lined up, they said, they told me he was passing out envelopes. Pass out envelopes. They said he was passing out envelopes. Thank y'all for the $9. Keep them coming. Let me see where we're at. Because, you can be on here giving your life, giving your blood, your sweat, and your tears, and these people just sit up here and look at you and walk out. So I want to say some thank yous to people that are giving $9. So far, we have 2 people out of 700 that have given $9. Antonio Thompson and Dale Terrell, Miss Dale Terrell. We have 2 people Hold on. I got to get my closing, y'all. I got to get my closing to Donnie. I got to get my closing. We have 2 people that have given $9 out of 700. And I just believe that they're all coming in. They're coming in. They're coming in now. They're coming, right? They're all coming. Miss Lisa, thank you so much for $9. Hope you're feeling better. Okay, what do we need? We need 11. We need 11 seeds. We need 11 seeds for this show. Then we need 11 seeds for our next show. So we need 2 11s. Lashika Spencer, thank you, woman of God. Wanda be over on Chime, thank you, woman of God. Okay, see, it's coming in now. It's kind of coming in a little bit now. Okay. $9. Those are the ways to give. They say Eddie Long took the fall for other people. They said a lot of other people should have been over there, you know, standing beside Eddie damn Long. Donnie McClurkin been out here on a long time with this bullshit, y'all. If we're to be honest, Donnie McClurkin's been out here a long time with this bullshit. I'm just being honest. You can unsubscribe if you want to. You know, this deliverance and I'm delivered and a child. He's been out here a long time with all of this bullshit. And gay people, they're going through too much. They deal with too much to be sitting up here with these damn games, y'all, for real. Like, if God didn't deliver you, he didn't deliver you. Y'all be acting like, you know, you've been on these journeys for 20 damn years. What kind of damn journey are you on? Did God deliver you or not? I'm still struggling. I don't know what I want. I'm lonely. I don't know what. Girl, you might just be gay then, because what's the problem here? It's weird energy. A lot of y'all be doing the absolute most, talking about you delivered and set free, but, you know, always talking about you struggling with something and the devil is busy. And girl, did he deliver you or not? Because a lot of y'all, it'd be like y'all be playing in people's faces. It's so insulting to me. Save your emails and just unsubscribe, honey, because he's full of shit. These people are full of shit. And I'm glad a lot of this stuff is coming out. I don't give a damn if they are allegations. Somebody said on Court TV the other day, at the root of every allegation is a lot of times some truth. At the root of all allegations, sometimes there is a microcosm of truth in there. Until we know damn different. There are people that do come out and make false allegations. We do know that. Whew. Some of these stories start, the premise, there's some truth to it. Then the girls start adding and sprinkling shit onto it to make it, you know. How you repressed and delivered? How are you talking about you got a sprinkling of, you've had a sprinkling of both men and women. But you up in the pulpit over here screaming and hollering to the kids in Memphis. Then y'all want to talk about Tole. Tole went through a lot. Tole crawled so Daryl Walls could walk. Tole took a lot of sticks and bats for a lot of the new generation. I need to clip that and send it to my married gay friend from my church days. Keeps having kids to help the marriage. Okay, so you say he's married. Is he married in a heterosexual relationship? They, you know, that's what bothers me so much when they talk about they struggling, because they don't never struggle when they put the meat in their mouth. They know how to find their mouth. That's the only part I don't understand. How are you struggling? You find your mouth, how to open your mouth and find it to go in your mouth. You don't struggle with that. You know how to say girl, but you're struggling with everything else. Make it make sense, honey. Some of this stuff is just like, come on, y'all are doing way too much. Way too much. And y'all are playing with people's lives. They never struggle to get that mouth all the way open. That mouth gets open wide. Thank you, Prophetess A. Thank y'all so much. Okay, I better go. Okay, I heard something like that. Yeah. I didn't hear the specific what you're saying, but yeah, I heard something similar. But not that, yeah, okay. To a woman, child, I just can't. Because what they wind up doing is they wind up messing up the kids' lives, then they mess up the wives' life, you know. For what? Literally for what? How many people are coming back tonight? And let me see something. How many people are coming back tonight? If you're coming back tonight, put in the chat me. If you're coming back tonight, put me. Let me see if do I need to come back. Out of the 668 that are coming back, out of the 668 that are here, who's coming back tonight? Let me see. When I put this, when I tell you what we're going to be talking about, I know you're coming back. I don't really got to ask. I want you to come back here at 9:30 Eastern for a rip from the, not headlines, I'm so used to saying that, rip from the internet special. I'm going to be doing a lot of these. I do have all of the information now concerning Tyler Allen and what is going on with Mobile, and Pensacola. Okay, I have all of the information concerning Mobile and the Pensacola list. Okay, so I have all of the information. We got it. Okay, and so Tyler Long, is it Tyler Allen? I'm sorry, Tyler Allen. We have the information. There is something going on in Mobile and Pensacola. If you are in Mobile or Pensacola, let us know in the chat. Do you have family in Mobile or Pensacola? There is something going on in Mobile and Pensacola. Do you have family in Pensacola? Do you have some trade in Pensacola or Mobile? Tyler Long, I don't know where I got Tyler Long from. Tyler Allen, child. It might be Tyler Long. Let me know. Okay. Ripped from the internet tonight, live at 9:30 Eastern. You got family in Mobile. I have family in Pensacola and Mobile. Okay. The waters are troubled in Pensacola. The waters are troubled, Zion, over in Pensacola. And so we have to, good night, Michelle. We'll see you on tomorrow. Catch the replay, sis. So we have to deal with this right now at this time. Y'all got it?
Say it's already done, Mama Sharn.
It's all ready. Go!
Hey! Hey! Hey!
All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. Did we get our did we reach our halfway point? We did. Okay. What we need, baby? Let me see what we need. Prophetess A, Zanette Page, Lisa, thank y'all. We need one more $9 seed. One more $9 seed. We'll get the other 11 seeds on the next show. Good night, Michelle. We love you, sweetheart. Sleep well. Sweet dreams. We need one more $9 seed so we can get the hell up out of here. Okay, who will it be? Close this thing out right. I'll see y'all at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 if you're in Memphis, Chicago, St. Louis, Kansas City. It'll be 8:30. Los Angeles, Oakland, San Francisco. We will see you at 6:30. If you're on the East Coast, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, Jacksonville, the Carolinas, the DMV, and the New York area, we will see you at 9:30. That includes Cleveland and Detroit. Okay. Sometimes people forget the Cleveland and Detroit. Yeah. You'll be back, Mama Janice? Okay, we'll be back. We need one more night. Okay, we got the seed we needed. Okay, we can close this out. All right, y'all. We got to get out here. I'll see y'all tonight for our Rip from the Internet special tonight. Donnie McClurkin, what do you do when you've done all you can? You go somewhere and get delivered for real. All right, let me get up out of here, y'all. Love y'all. Thank y'all for being attentive tonight, and thank y'all for being very patient as I worked through the breaking news because I had just gotten in. So thank y'all so much for working with me with some of the, the breaking news things that happen when we got breaking news. Thank y'all so much. I gotta go. All right.